in Texas, look behind you, 'cause that's where the Rangers gonna be.
Great bounce from the umpire. Up goes Goldstein. Jacobs got the tap in the end. Now the battle's on in the midfield. Petrenko gets the ball out. Kicks it out wide, and the mark's been taken by Walker.
Petrenko's out there, boys, because Kurt Tippett has been substituted out of the game. He came off halfway through that second term, motioning as if he was having problems with his vision or some sort of mild concussion issue, and has been substituted at half-time.
Won't be a bad thing in many ways. They've got to get somebody who's prepared to run, and he hasn't been part of the Malays in the first half, so perhaps he can be one of the triggers. They've got McKernan there as well. He'll be looking for a spot in the goal square.
So Walker comes in, and that's a far better kick. And Adelaide reply.
Yeah, the psychology of that half-time break, Spud, it's just amazing what can and can't happen, but no one knows what actually works and what doesn't. All we can judge is what we see on the scoreboard. We see Petrenko come onto the ground. He wants to lead this side. All of a sudden, Taylor Walker gets a mark. Has the coach gone hard? Has he gone soft? We never know until the end of the match, but this is going to be a fantastic observation of footy in the next hour.
First goal of the afternoon for Taylor Walker. Adelaide Crows, one of the best teams in the competition in 2012. Still top spot on offer for them. They need to crank up shortly. Swallow, no free. And having the Kangaroo fans found some voice this afternoon.
Like that work from Van Berlo, though, skipper, just coming off the line, off the wing, and just charging in. Didn't give away the free kick, but killed the footy.
We just saw Sam Jacobs there at full forward with Tippett off the ground. So McKernan into the ruck, Jacobs at full forward.
Well, Tippett subbed out, for those who didn't hear that from David King earlier on. So they've already used their sub. Thompson to half forward. Running back with the flight, Callanan. We took off. Gave to Taylor Walker. Clever sidestep. This for two in a row. They're not gone just yet.
Fantastic play there from Callanan. Rory Slade, he led the way, he went off the middle of the ground. Have a look at Callanan here, eyes on the ball. The beauty about that, he knew there was going to be impact, but he still went. And the issue for North Melbourne there was the ease that Taylor Walker took the game on through a couple of half tackles. So you see Taylor Walker there, and he just tackled the hips, not the ball.
So for the first time today, back-to-back goals for the Adelaide Crows. Next week. So that's a huge game. They're back in action for some September airtime. The Kangaroos. Vince works it forward. Walker's got it.
The last thing Taylor Walker needs to do is give a free kick away, because he's got the ball, taking the contested mark, just go back and kick the goal.
Work up the shorts and put it through.
Because all the defender, Scotty Thompson, was trying to do was force Taylor Walker to react to a bit of physicality, and that's what defenders need to do.
So Bernie Vince has been pretty good in the last quarter and a half of play. Taylor Walker coming in, has kicked 2 goals. From 40 metres out, he comes in and just nurses it through. Beautiful hit, and he's kicked his 3rd.
And this is the reason why the expectations and the pass mark for Taylor Walker is so high. I mean, when he really wanted to fight for the front position and hold his spot, he was able to do it. And this is up against Scotty Thompson. They moved him onto Taylor Walker. I think it was a pretty good move. But here he is, front spot. And he just gets the big back, turns the back and the shoulders to prevent the spoil coming. Keeps his eye on the ball. That's a great mark.
15 uncontested possessions to 10, but they're forcing at the moment, causing themselves to turn the ball over.
As you were saying pre-game, Kingy, they are the #1 possession team in the comp. They've had more possessions than any other team this year, Richmond. Sloane pounces on it, headed to the pocket for Tippett. We did talk about the weather pre-game. There's the rain as it was bucketing down. There was a hint of hail. That was about an hour ago. And bright sunshine since that shower, which is good news for all, really. Wobbler forward from Knightsbridge, and Walker used his body magnificently.
Oh, he's going to pay 50. Well, it doesn't really make much difference, but he nearly played on Taylor Walker.
Won't miss from there, automatic, and scores a level.
Well, we'll have a look again, but it has been paid over the last couple of weeks. If you use your body first and then take the mark, the umpire has paid for a push. So we'll see here, quick kick out of the pack by Knights. He'll be looking for a big game, get his season going, and nothing in that. That was a good, strong mark by Walker. Just got underneath Rance there, got him out of position, and took a solid grab, and then gets the 50 for that. The ball was knocked out of his hands. Easy goal to Walker.
But it's gone. Still a ton of time left in this term, a high-scoring term. And Richmond, the team that's doing most of the scoring, Tuck slips out a handball, stolen by Douglas. A wobbler inside 50. Walker, manhandled, wins a free. And the crowd find voice again.
Well, they were calling for it early, and the umpire signalled that Rance had both arms around Taylor Walker. I don't know why Petrenko's getting involved, because his teammate's got a shot for goal. The last thing you want to do is get in a scuffle that could result in a reversal. But Taylor Walker just needs to go back and calmly slot this. They are under siege at the moment, the Crows.
Takes his full allotment of time. It's this heart rate down. It's what he has ahead of him. And he settles the nerves.
Well, it was the one they needed, that's for sure. Walker's been up and about in this first quarter, fumbled a couple of times, strong in the contest. That's the strength area of Walker this year, being able to take front position and hold it against a strong opponent in Rance.
Can't argue with that.
No, that's a free kick, held across the arms, then caught one across the shoulder as well, and was able to go back and convert a much-needed goal for the Adelaide Crows.
Two of them have resulted in scores. He's just having a quick break down here on the bench, but he's the one for the Crows that's ignited him in this second term.
Dangerfield to Thompson. A couple of the usual suspects when Adelaide's game's going well. McKay, Porplesia, Douglas. Walker, spectacularly good that.
How many times have we seen that good kick for both teams going over the top of the contest to a forward, running back with the flight towards goal, and each time it's resulted in a mark or free kick to the forward and then has a shot for goal. We see so much more of that as opposed to the lead up forward. The game's changed a hell of a lot.
Both Jack Riewoldt and Taylor Walker in the reckoning for the Coleman medal this year, given the hamstring injury to Lance Franklin might keep him out for a couple of weeks. Riewoldt's got 3 at one end for the Tigers. This is for a third for Taylor Walker. And more importantly, to cut the lead back to 8 points. From 33 points down to 8 points down.
In 10 minutes of footy as well, Dwayne, which is just great game we're seeing at the moment. It's a battle between the arcs. We mentioned the marks in that area at quarter time with David King. They were in the favour of Richmond, but it's the run and drive. Whichever team can get free through the arcs at the moment is having an influence. And first quarter was Tigers. This quarter, it is all Adelaide. It allows the forwards to get up and then work back into the space and convert.
It's actually sprung right
Really
up
picked
late.
up.
late in that third term, it really kicked up, and you know the Crows are going to have to find some resilience here and all sorts of effort to beat this breeze as well.
Jacobs flies, couldn't bring it down. Dangerfield hammers it out. Edwards, clever. Might have turned it over though. Wright keeps his feet, keeps his composure. Riley, Rutten, McKay. Tippett. Well, he waited there, indeed didn't wait. Took them all on. Pumps it back to the hot spot. Sloane got there. Great track. Could have bounced anywhere. Tippett goes this time and almost marks it. It was off hands. Thompson. Callan. Morris got a fist in. Callan knocked it out and they're away.
They all went to ground.
Knights with a bounce. It gets a Shepherd. It all opens up for him. The kick not so good. Walker, he makes it perfect. They're on here. They're against the breeze, but the home crowd might get them home.
I can't get over the number of Richmond players in particular that are losing their feet. As soon as you go to ground, you're out of the contest. We saw 2 Tigers players on the wing. Morris was one of them. You have a look here. Morris goes to ground. D goes to ground. And Knights has got to run and carry. And then have a look here. Rance slips over twice. You've got to keep your feet.
Believe the Adelaide Crows, and this is the new Brenton Sanderson-led Adelaide Crows.
I like this. He's just standing there. The umpire's got to play on 4 times, but why kick it if no one goes there?
Crowd enjoying it now. Dangerfield had another good game today. He dropped outside the top 10 possession winners for 2012 with his game last week, but he's had another good game today. Marich has tried tirelessly. Kick smothered. Taylor Walker. One last piece of heroics. A 5-goal day at the office for Taylor Walker.
The Crows fans are loving it. Marich with his only error for the day.
And again, Rance goes to ground.
It's launched. It hit the camera. Behind the goals. It's a big launch. There it goes. Right in.
Because that's where the Rangers